What's going on, guys? Jerry Neutron here, and I'm back with another video. Today we're going to take a look at a few products from a company called Ozone. Now, if you're not familiar with them, they are a brand that primarily sells over in Europe, and they're looking to expand over to the US market. And there's a company called 4Gamer Gear that actually carries their products exclusively over on the US side. So they sent me a few of their products to take a look at and just kind of show you guys. So let's take a look at the first one that we have here. This is actually the Ozone Strike Pro Backlit mechanical gaming keyboard. So right off the bat, we can tell this is a full-size mechanical keyboard. It's got Cherry MX switches. This specific model actually has Cherry MX brown switches, but you can also get them in red, blue, or black. So let's actually just go ahead and open up the box and take a look at what we get here. So the first thing I notice here is we have a braided USB cable, which also comes with mic and audio jacks on it. So that tells me that it's got a pass-through. So it's actually not bad looking at all for a you know, quote-unquote gamer keyboard. It's got this kind of like rubber coating you can see here on this wrist rest. I don't know if this is detachable or not. It kind of looks like it, but it's got a built-in wrist rest right here down by the Strike Pro logo. By the way, sorry for my hands if you notice they got a little messed up working on a car. So it's backlit. Some of the other things I notice here, it's got macro keys over here on the home insert, page up, page down and stuff. So M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, and M6. It's got media keys on the F keys up here, so not dedicated, but that's better than nothing. So your play, pause, forward, volume up, down, all that kind of stuff. Looks like it's got brightness controls for your backlighting. And it's got a couple other things here. I'm not sure what those are yet. MS minus plus, RPS minus plus, and something called G mode. So that's interesting. It's got a Windows lock key. These don't look like standard size keycaps on the bottom row here. So if you are looking to customize a keyboard, I don't think this is going to be the easiest one to do it with, just eyeballing it. And then you got a Ozone little plaque thing there. Let's see if we can see the top of this keyboard. So we've got the USB pass-through, microphone, and headphone or headset jack. You can see here it's got routing for the USB cables. So you can take that either to the left or right side or right down the middle. Doesn't look like the cable is detachable. That kind of sucks, but whatever. And then we've got some feet rest here, so you can kind of elevate the keyboard when you are typing on it. Kind of makes it look like a lowrider. I don't know, that looks kind of weird. I kind of like it just flat like this. So yeah, let me just kind of type a little bit so you guys can hear these Cherry MX brown switches. So it doesn't sound too bad. It's not loud. Of course, it's going to be a lot quieter than like Cherry MX Blue switches, which are going to have a click in addition to what you hear from the keycaps moving. And these are tactile, so you can kind of feel the actuation bump once you press the key. But it's not bad. It's got kind of a fancy font on the keycaps as well, so if you're looking for something a little low-key, you may not get it just by looking at these types of keycaps. But honestly, this is actually not bad at all for a gaming keyboard. I would definitely have no problems using this. I don't really like keyboards that have a huge bezel all the way around, and they have got like these stupid angles, and they look like they just came from Mars or something retarded like that. So this is actually pretty nice. And now let's just take a look at the software real quick. Okay, so now we're in the software. I'm not going to go too in-depth. You can do a few things like exchange buttons. You've got some other things that you can do here, like saving profiles. So if you wanted to make a few changes and save that as a profile, you can. Of course, there are macro settings, so you can set your macro keys here. And there is a macro manager where you'll actually set up your macros. And then here is some of the stuff that you can change on the actual keyboard itself through the keys. But there are things like polling rate, key response time, Windows key setting, and light intensity. So again, there's pulsating, 30%, 70%, 100, gaming. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's nothing too fancy, but it gets the job done as far as software goes. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it as far as the keyboard goes. So let's take a look at what else I have here. Alright, here we go. So we've got the Ozone Neon Precision Laser Mouse. So it looks like it's got 6400 DPI laser sensor, 8 programmable buttons. So let's go ahead and take it out of the box here. More software. I wonder if this is different software than what controls the keyboard. That would be kind of weird. Got your manual there. First impressions here is this is actually not a bad looking mouse. The color scheme isn't really my favorite, but it's got kind of like a slight rubber coating on it. So you've got a red scroll wheel. Scroll wheel. And what looks like a DPI adjustment button here. There are 2 side buttons. And then it's got kind of like an 03 type of design here. It's also got buttons on this side too, because yeah, it is an ambidextrous mouse. So it's for left-handed or right-handed users. Doesn't really matter because it's the same on both sides. It feels kind of small too. Either that or short. Like the profile is kind of low. I'm not sure. It looks like the feet on the bottom of the mouse are a little bit thin. I don't know if that's going to be an issue long term, but just something I thought I'd point out. And then you've got kind of a plastic bottom on the bottom of the mouse here. It does have a USB braided cable, like pretty much all mice these days. Ozone branding on the end. It does have a 6400 DPI laser sensor. I know a lot of guys are probably going to give it crap for having that. I can't argue with having an accurate mouse, but I think for most people that are maybe playing like MOBAs or RTS games or something like that, having a laser mouse is not going to be a big deal. So okay, so we've got the mouse plugged in, and well, there isn't really much to see once it's plugged in. There is a small LED that lights up on the DPI adjustment button. And the cool thing here is when you actually swap through your DPI settings, it actually changes colors. So there's one of my DPI settings, and you can switch through 4 different DPI settings. So it's got a different color for each one. So I don't see any place where you can customize the lighting on this, which is unfortunate because that would be cool. Maybe you want it to stay red because it matches the rest of the colors on the mouse. Also, you guys can't really see now, but there is an on-screen display that'll tell you what DPI or CPI setting you are currently at. Let's take a look at something that was also sent with this. So we got this gaming mouse pad, also from Ozone, which is not bad. It's kind of like a soft cloth type mouse pad with the rubber on the bottom to keep it planted. It kind of smells like a tire on the bottom. It's kind of thin, not the thickest material in the world, but it'll help with tracking. I do like the size of it. I do tend to like the larger mouse pads, so I can throw my mouse around like. It's all about evolution on the bottom here, Ozone gaming gear, and I guess kind of like a little paint splotch on the top side. All right, so on to the software. Okay, so going into the software, it actually looks like there is different software for the keyboard and the mouse. I don't know why they don't combine it into just one software. At any rate, this is the software. As you can see here, it's got your sensitivity settings on the left side, so you can see your 4 DPI adjustment levels. You can change like additional profiles or save or set your profiles. It's also got reprogrammable buttons. So if you wanted to change button 1 to something else, you can go ahead and do that. Same with the other 7 buttons. And of course you have your system settings that you can actually access through the software here. And then you have your advanced mouse settings where you can change things like the polling rate. But yeah, it's basic tools, so that's pretty much it. Alright, and the last item we have on the list today is this headset. So this is the Ozone Rage St gaming headset. Alright, so this is the headset here. You can see it's got the Ozone branding on the top headband. It's kind of thick, but it's not very soft. And then the cushions. I'm forgetting what they're called at the moment. Yeah, these are like hard. I don't know what's going on there, but they definitely do not feel good. So you can see here we've got the Ozone branding here on the side of the earpiece. This has also got a rubber coating on it. Looks like it is a closed back headphone, so not going to get a wide sound stage here. Clamping force is not bad either. Looks like the cable that you get, you have your mic and headphone jack. Also attached in line with that is a mic mute switch. So you've got your on-off, you've got your volume adjustment here on the bottom. And then we've also got the microphone piece. I haven't forgot, this is actually a headset and not a pair of headphones. So you got your mic jack here that plugs in. So not bad. You can't like flip this out of the way or anything, but I guess you can kind of bend it if you don't need it. So that's kind of the headset itself. Anyway, let's just listen to how it sounds. Alright guys, this is just a quick recording of the microphone on the headset. Let me know how it sounds to you guys down in the comments below. Okay, so after playing with this headset for a while, I can say that I actually do like the way that the headphones or the headset sounds in game. I do kind of like the sound signature. It is a little bit heavy on the treble. The plus side to that is it's easy to hear a lot of the details in the game, like footsteps and gun sounds and things like that. It's got a little bit of a low end to it, nothing too crazy. Overall, it's not bad for a gaming sound signature. The only thing I don't like is the on-ear cushions actually hurt my ears pretty quick. That's pretty much it as far as what I have to show you guys here. Let me know if you guys like these types of videos, if they're too long, or you like what I was doing before with the B-roll stuff. So anyway, that's about it guys. Like this video if you found it helpful or entertaining. Subscribe for more similar content, and until next time, see ya. This is the Neutron, a simplistic cube-shaped case for mini ITX motherboards. As a budget-oriented case targeted towards gamers,